Hello everyone. First of all, this works on Windows 10 PC, on the main PC where Docker runs its containers. This is a local implementation for learning purposes. If you want to go pro with this implementation, I recommend you go through each documentation. We will talk about read all the security concerns before go pro. Before start, I want to thank Pool for bringing such amazing packages to interact with the Cardano node. He is the author of cardanocli-rest and cardanocli-js. We will use the Cardano-rosetta Docker image that already comes with Cardano Node, Cardano CLI, Cardano DevSync, and Node and npm. Also expose the IPC node socket. So we will go here to the Cardano Rosetta repo page. We will scroll down to the example of running it on the mainnet. We will copy this command. We will adapt it to Windows, removing the slashes and the spaces. This will run a container called Cardano Rosetta, exposing the port 8080 from this image. We will add 2 ports more here. We will expose the port 9000 and we will export the port 10,000 too. Yes. Okay. I assume you don't have this image, so you will need to copy this piece of the command that is the docker image name, and you just need to execute docker pull and the image name. I won't do this because I already have the image, but you need to do that to get the image. Once you get the image, you can run the entire command. Sorry, this one. You can run the entire command, and this will launch the Cardano node, and it will start syncing with the blockchain. This process can take up to 10 hours, but we can leave it on the background and we can keep working meanwhile. So we will leave this CLI here. We will go to our containers, we will open a new CLI, we will execute apt update, so we are able to install Git and Vim. We will need to install Git to clone this repository, cardanocli-rest, and we need Vim to modify the configuration files. So when this finish, we will install Git and Vim. Now we are able to install Git. Now we will install Vim. And now when this finish, we need to locate the Shelly Genesis file path and the node socket file too. So we will go to the root directory, and in this setup the Shelly Genesis file is inside config, inside Genesis folder, and is called shelly.json. Then the node socket is in the root inside IPC, and it's called node.socket. Okay, now we know this, we can set up the Cardano CLI-rest. So we will go to the root, we will create a custom directory, we will go inside, and we will clone the Cardano CLI-rest repository. Okay, so once we have this, we will go inside. We can see that we have the config.yml with the .this extension. We need to remove the .this extension so the file can be used by the application. The same happens with the .m file. It comes with the .this extension. We need to remove it, so we will do it for the two files. First for the config, and then for the .m. Then we need to modify the configuration, so we will modify the config.yml. We will change the Genesis Shelly path. We know this inside config /genesis /shelly.json, and the socket path is /ipc /node.socket. Right, we will save the changes. We will we need to change also the .m file to change the custom port where the application will be run. We save the changes. Sorry, with the change we change the default port of this application to run in the port 9000. Then we can install all the dependencies needed by the application. Great, and now we can run the application with npm run start. Okay, now the application is running on port 9000, so we will leave this on background and we will launch another CLI on the container. Okay, now we will go through Cardano CLI-js, this dependency. Okay, we will go to the root directory, we will go to our custom folder, and we will create a new folder called API. We will go there and we will init a new npm package. We will leave all this by default, just press enter until the end, and then we will install our dependencies to run our Express server and use Cardano CLI-js. We need Express, course, and Cardano CLI-js. Okay, now we have these dependencies. We will create an index.js file, and in this file we will paste this code. I will leave you in the description. Okay, as you can see in this file, we are creating a new instance of the Cardano CLI-js, and we are passing in the constructor an httpProvider that it points to our client CLI REST entry point that is on localhost port 9000, and the entry point is /API/v1. This is a simple Express application. It exposes two endpoints, one get and another post. Both of them are executing the process in the blockchain to get the data, and this Express application it's exposed on port 10,000. So we will save these changes and we will run the application. Now the application is running on port 10,000. I developed a super simple VueJs application to show you how to implement this API. On the component mounted, I am fetching the query tip to get the actual value of the sync status of the blockchain. So if we go to the application, you can see how this request is being performed. This one, it's getting this response. This response is related to the actual sync status of the blockchain. As I said you, this will take like 10 hours to fully sync, and this change will be always changing because it's synchronizing. As you can see, these values are changing always. The another implementation is the create wallet endpoint. This will create a new wallet on the blockchain. You can see the request here. This is what it responds: the payment address of the wallet and the staking address of the wallet. If you go to the container and we stop the Express application, if we see the files in the directory, we will see that we have a new folder called priv. If we go inside, we will see a folder called wallet. If we go inside, we will see our wallet called learning. If we go inside, we can see our wallet info. For example, if I open the learning.payment.address, sorry, I missed the name is learning. You can see the same address we received in the request. So this way you can perform operations in the Cardano node from a browser, from a Vue application. So I think this is a good approach for the JavaScript developers. I don't found any resource that wraps all these tools together working. So I hope this is helpful for you. This is all. This is the beginning, so you can start experimenting with the Cardano blockchain through JavaScript. Bye.